Hi everybody, this is JordV and today I'm going to show you how to make a beat in the style of Wondagurl, something you might hear on the Travis Scott JACKBOYS latest album. So the main inspiration for this beat came from a sample from Origin Sounds. The pack is called The Drip Trap and Hip Hop Sauce. I highly recommend this pack. Actually, I'm not sponsored by Origin Sounds, but I'm deeply in love with this pack. It contains a lot of vintage, like grainy samples, and if you are looking for some hard knocking drum samples, you will find a lot of great sounds. So the main sample is this. So yeah, it's grainy, it's old, it contains some flute, some violin, some old sounds that are characteristic, that are known for some of the Travis Scott's beats. So what I did is I imported this sample into Ableton Live. I've did some chops here, but we will extend on it later. So I've did some processing. Obviously, I cut the low end in order to make some more room later for the kick and the bass, especially for the 808. I added some glue compression with some clipping just to make the sample pop more. I added some reverb also. I added a shaper box in a halftime, but I didn't use them. So together with the processing effects, the sample sounds like this. Obviously, what is also great about this pack is that it contains separate files, so a lot of stems. So here we have the keys, but we also have the pads. So the main section, it's mainly the pads, but the intro and the outro, I used the keys. So the pad sounds like this also. And for the main verse, I ended up chopping it like this. So yeah, another tip, you might also play with the warping just to make it less messy, I guess. So let's hear it. Yeah. You can hear that the sample is swanky. Later, I've decided to add some bells from Omnisphere. So for the bells, I used some Valhalla vintage reverb just to add some reverb. Also some RC20 to make the sound more grainy and to make it like mix and gel with the original sample. What else? So I also used some ping pong delay at 17% just to make the sound more stereo in the stereo field. And finally I ended up cutting the low end. So the bells with the sample sounds like this. So yeah, nothing fancy, just some element in the background to make the beat more interesting. Later I moved to the drums. So yeah, let's move to the drums. So I started with some hi-hats. I'll let you listen to it. Let me loop this section. So yeah, I added some glue compression again on soft clip to make it knock more, some reverb. What I need to do actually is to cut also the low ends for this. So yeah, I also made the hi-hats more stereo and I panned them on the right just to make things simple. For me, the center should be dedicated to the kick and the bass, As for the instruments, I either pan them left or right or make them more stereo. I might use the S1 imager stereo from Waves. I might use some automation to do like panning to make it more moves more. So yeah, it depends on the instrument, but I like my instrument to be panned either left or right. So next, let me delete this track, we won't need it. Next, what is this? So next I added the clap. What seems like, I don't think it's a clap. Let me hear it. So yeah, actually it's a hi-hat roll. So together with the main hi-hat, it sounds like this. So it's a hi-hat roll sample. Okay. So yeah, nothing fancy again. Later, so I found this percussion loop, but I didn't like all of it. It sounds so messy, so I ended up chopping it and taking some parts of it. As you might see here, whenever the main hi-hat plays, I cut out the sample just to make it less messy. So the three elements together sounds like this. So yeah, as you might hear, the fact that I cut the sample when the hi-hats plays, it gives it this sidechain compression kind of effect, and I'm in love with it. Maybe later I will do the same and I add some sidechain and sidechain it to the kick, just to make it pop more, I guess. So yeah, next I added the kick pattern. So the kick pattern sounds like this. This is actually a perfect example for choosing your sounds. Obviously, the sounds knocks hard and it doesn't need further processing, and it gels excellently with the rest of the composition. So next, I added the 808, and in my opinion, this 808 specifically drives the beat. So the 808 a bit aggressive, but it's the kind of 808 that Wondagurl might use for this kind of beat. So I'll let you listen to it, and later I will break down what I did with the 808. So yeah, for the 808, I played the pattern in the key of D minor, as you might see for the sample. The pattern in itself is not that complicated, as you might see. It's pretty straightforward. Later, so I've decided to add some glides, but instead of using the usual way in Ableton Live to make glides, I've decided to use the automation and the transportation, the pitch bend transportation on Ableton. So as you might hear, you have your glide like 24 semitones up, so 2 octaves up here. Later the same but 2 octave lower, the same here. So that's it for the glides. Later I've decided to add some saturator to make the pattern more overdriven, I guess. Usually I might use some Saturn, but for this beat I've decided to go with the stock effects on Ableton, so the saturator. And I did some sidechain compression, and I EQ'd the bass to the kick and the rest of the kick, mainly to the kick, as you might see. It's sidechained to this kick. The kick and the 808 sound this way. So yeah, it knocks very hard. Later, let's see. Later, let's move to the percussion. So I added a clap or a snare. Again, some glue compression with soft clipping on. I might actually cut the EQ on this. Later, I've added Let's see. So this is more percussion. So yeah, it's kind of a tom or percussion but overdriven. So yeah, as you might see, I added some overdrive on it and some delay, I guess, on the return channel. So as you might see here, there is some reverb and some delay. Later, let me see, there is a tom also. It plays this pattern. So yeah, again, I'll choose, I'm mixing on the spot, guys, because I just made this beat actually. So yeah, we have this, what we have also. So yeah, we have a kind of lighter click. It's more of a Foley sound to make the beat more organic and more realistic. Here we have open hi-hat. So for the open hi-hat, I cut out the low end and I added some reverb also to make it more stereo and more in the inner room, I guess. Next, I added a ride. Nothing special for the processing. I cut out the low end, but with the EQ3 this time, and I used some reverb. So yeah, next I decided to add some ad-libs, and to be, yes, let me solo this. There is another one, I guess. So yeah, just to make it more swaggy, to make you imagine what if a rapper singed on this song. So for the ad-libs, I added some compression, some reverb also. And finally, just to be a little bit cheesy, I've decided to add an ad-lib from a Travis Scott song, just to do it actually. So yeah, I'll try to solo the drums with the 808. Let me do this. Actually, there is a lot of sounds here. So yeah, let you listen to the drums. Together the whole beat or the whole section for the verse sounds like this. So yeah, perfect. What else? Let me see. So yeah, this is the chopped section, and this is for the kind of outro, I guess. So I've decided to add the 808 and for this breakdown, I guess. It's more of a breakdown. So I'll let that's it for the beat. What I might actually do now is come up with a rough arrangement for the beat and make it extend around 3 minutes. So I won't be talking for this section, but you might keep watching. It might be interesting for you. So yeah, I hope you liked the tutorial. Let me know in the comments if you need more info about a certain instrument, a certain effects, or another artist you might want me to do a tutorial about. So yeah, peace.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa. We ain't vexing, no. Cause we flexing, yeah. They don't want smoke, nigga. They don't want smoke, nigga. I respect, nigga. I respect.
A little sun would cheer me up when I'm feeling down and rough.
We ain't flexing, no. Cause we flexing, yeah. They don't want smoke, nigga. They don't want smoke, nigga. I respect, I respect. We ain't vexing, no. Cause we flexing, yeah. They don't want smoke, nigga. They don't want smoke, nigga. I respect. We ain't vexing, no. Cause we flexing, yeah. They don't want smoke, nigga. They don't want smoke, nigga. I respect, I respect. We ain't vexing, no. Cause we flexing, yeah. They don't want smoke, nigga. They don't want smoke, nigga. I respect, I respect. We ain't vexing, no. Cause we flexing, yeah. They don't want smoke, nigga. They don't want smoke, nigga. I respect, I respect. We ain't vexing, no. Cause we flexing, yeah. They don't want smoke, nigga. They don't want smoke, nigga. I respect, I respect. We ain't vexing, no. Cause we flexing, yeah. They don't want smoke, nigga. They don't want smoke, nigga. I respect, I respect. We ain't vexing. We ain't vexing, no. Cause we flexing. We ain't vexing, no. Cause we flexing, yeah. They don't want smoke, nigga. They don't want smoke, nigga. I respect, I respect. We ain't vexing, no. Cause we flexing, yeah. They don't want smoke, nigga. They don't want smoke, nigga. I respect, I respect. We ain't vexing, no. Cause we flexing, yeah. They don't want smoke, nigga. They don't want smoke. We ain't vexing, no. Cause we flexing, yeah. We ain't vexing, no. Cause we flexing, yeah. They don't want smoke, nigga. They don't want smoke, nigga. I respect, I respect. We ain't vexing, no. Cause we flexing, yeah. They don't want smoke, nigga. They don't want smoke, nigga. I respect, I respect. Business is business. Uh-huh. We ain't vexing.
Yeah, it's lit.
We ain't vexing. No. Cause we flexing. Yeah. Damn want smoke, nigga. Damn want smoke, nigga. We ain't vexing. No. Cause we flexing. Yeah. Damn want smoke, nigga. Damn want smoke, nigga. We ain't vexing, no. Cause we flexing, yeah. Damn want smoke, nigga. Damn want smoke, nigga. We ain't vexing.